Dear Ozzy, I never wrote you a fan letter. I never went to even one of your concerts. I never bought one of your albums until you were gone. Wrestling with emotions I didn't even know I had, as I watch you speak and sing, spending time with your family. At first, my heart broke, for I thought I had missed out on the creativity and human kindness of the greatest rock performer of all time. Then, out of the darkness you spoke, telling us all, don't live in the past, move forward in the present and never give up on your dreams. It was then that I knew you understood and forgave my ignorance. Oh, I wish I could have met you, even gave you a hug. God bless you, Ozzy, and good night. Dear Ozzy, I never wrote you a fan letter. I never went to even one of your concerts. I never bought one of your albums until you were gone. Wrestling with emotions I didn't even know I had, as I watch you speak and sing, spending time with your family. At first, my heart broke, for I thought I had missed out on the creativity and human kindness of the greatest rock performer of all time. Then, out of the darkness you spoke, telling us all, don't live in the past, move forward in the present and never give up on your dreams. It was then that I knew you understood and forgave my ignorance. Oh, I wish I could have met you, even gave you a hug. God bless you, Ozzy, and good night. God bless you, Ozzy, and good night.
Hello, Mrs. Osbourne, and anybody else that may watch this. Uh, I'm being brave. This is me being like super brave because, um, I don't think Mrs. Osborne is gonna, or I hope she doesn't think I'm some weirdo out there on the internet. But um, I had written a letter to her, and I was wrestling around with how to get it to her. Um, because I don't know her mailing address, and I didn't know any specific email address to get this to her. Um, I tried, different avenues, and none of those panned out, which is okay. But I was talking to my friend Candace, and she suggested that I do an open letter to Sharon Osbourne, to be able to publicly share the letter that I had written. So, um, Sharon, I hope that you get to see this, and I hope that my words give you some sort of comfort. I'm a I'm a belated fan, but now I will be a fan forever of Ozzy. Um, and I'm gonna, the song at the beginning kind of talks about how I came into the fandom of Ozzy kind of after the fact, but I guess better late than never, right? Um, and I also hope that Sharon or nobody else minds the picture that I created to go along with the song "Dear Ozzy" that opened this video, um, because it's, and again, I hope nobody thinks I'm a weirdo, but I had a dream, after sometime after Ozzy's passing, because, and I'm going to get into that with the letter, but um, I was going through a really depressed stage in the weeks before Ozzy passed. And I was, pretty inconsolable. Um, and when I started, really listening to Ozzy's music and really listening to what the man had said, some things repeatedly over the years, and it really resonated with me. But like I said, I'm going to get into that with the letter. But um, about a week after Ozzy passed, maybe 2 weeks, um, I guess he had been on my mind because I was trying to digest everything, every interview I could get my hands on. I started watching the Osbourne show, which sadly I did not watch when it was originally on in the early 2000s. Why, I don't know. Stupidity, I guess, um, but just became ravenous to, get a hold of any piece of music or um, interview, or, like I said, to watch the Osbourne show. Um, and apparently, um, that must have been in my subconscious somewhere. And, at one point, I was kind of heartbroken, just like the song says, because I thought I had missed out on an opportunity to, um, see him in concert, um, and really get to experience it. Experience one of his concerts, which, from what I can gather from watching these performances, he really knew how to work a crowd, and you could really tell too that he cared about his audience. He cared about his fans, and that is a rarity. Um, I'll just be upfront with that. That's a rarity, an extreme rarity with celebrities. You'll come across these people once in a great while, and but Ozzy did it 100% every time. I never ever, even that last concert, he gave it his all, and he was there for the fans, and you could tell he loved performing. Um, but I guess because I was taking all of that in, and I was feeling kind of sad because I never got to experience one of his concerts and actually see him live. Sorry, gang. Um, I had a dream, and that's where this picture. Yes, it's AI. Um, I'm not an artist. I can't, you know, I can't. Yeah, I can write all day long, but I'm not an artist in the sense of the word that I can't paint and draw and have it look like anything that anybody would want to look at. So this the picture that I used to go along with the song "Dear Ozzy" came from my dream, and it was me and Ozzy um, sitting on a log or a fallen tree in this by this beautiful lake with flowers and everything, and we never spoke a word to each other. Never spoke a word. We we sat there, and it was so peaceful. And when I woke from that dream, um, I had a sense that, hey, Dana, you didn't get to see him in concert. You didn't buy any albums until after he passed away, but you're still a fan. Um, and he has family that would appreciate that. So you don't need to feel bad. That's how I came out of that dream, and I came out of that dream with a greater strength. So Ozzy, I know you're out there somewhere hearing all these nice things that people are saying about you and stuff. So, my hat's off to you, man. Um, for all of anybody's mistakes, we all make mistakes. We all have our demons. But Ozzy eventually rose above those, and just I have so much respect for the man. So much respect. And I also have respect for Sharon, who was beside him every step of the way. And I could only hope to be as strong a woman as Sharon Osbourne always was, and no doubt still is. So I've talked and talked and talked. Now, I'm going to be reading off the screen here, folks. So please don't, knock me for that, okay? And I'm going to just read this letter exactly as it was written. So forgive, my maybe stream of consciousness thinking when I was writing this. So here we go. Mrs. Osborne, I didn't want to write to you until I felt it might be a better time. Please don't feel like you have to read this until you're up to it. I'm sure that you have received many messages from fans already. I just wanted to reach out to you and express first my condolences for your loss. I also wanted to let you know that although I did not realize Ozzy's incredible impact on not just heavy metal music, but rock music as a whole, and also his heart of gold until after he was gone. That is one of the biggest regrets of my life. However, I am now and will always be a fan of the musician Ozzy Osbourne, and also of the man as well. I have never seen a famous person be so honest about their demons and their mistakes as Ozzy. I have also never seen a musician create a sense of belonging during his concerts as Ozzy did. And the way he would tell people he loved them, not just family, but people he had never met before. My heart broke when I realized that I had missed out on so many things that Ozzy had accomplished over the years. I honestly was in a really dark place shortly before Ozzy's passing. I was nearly inconsolable. I cried all the time, and my husband didn't know what to do. But then I started listening to every song and album Ozzy had ever done. I started listening to his book, I Am Ozzy. I started watching any interviews that I could get my hands on, watching any performances. At some point during all of this, I felt like the veil that had dropped over me emotionally was lifted. At that moment, I told myself, you got to stop moping and get out there and live your dream, which is something that I noticed was prevalent in a lot of Ozzy's work and was expressed in interviews over the years. I just wanted to share this with you and also to let you know how much respect I have for you. You have got to be one of the strongest women in the world. You stood by Ozzy through everything, not just for the public at large, but because you loved him. He was an extremely lucky man to have you as his wife, and I know that he knew that. But I'm starting to ramble, so I will stop here. Sending love and prayers to you and your family. God bless. Dana Estes Benningfield. And so, dear viewers and Sharon Osbourne, and maybe Jack, Kelly, Amy, maybe, I plan to tag everybody in this, even though the letter was specifically for Sharon. It, I would not be against the others listening and watching this video. But I've been on here almost 20 minutes all told, doing the letter as well as a little explanation before I got started. So I'm going to get on out of here for now. Thank you to everyone that watched this video. I really, really appreciate it. Sharon, I do hope you get a chance to see this. And God bless you, everybody out there. God bless you. I love each and every one of you. And y'all have a good night.